Welcome to Wyoming. Wyoming may be one of the smallest and least populated states in the western United States. Yet it leaves visitors in awe with its staggering natural wonders, sprawling national parks and endless prairie grasslands. Step into this vast land and you'll find frontier history alive in the tales of cowboys, pioneers, and Native American heritage that still echo across the sweeping plains. Wyoming's culture celebrates freedom, simplicity, and a deep bond with the rugged land that shapes its spirit. Warm-hearted locals embody true Western hospitality, always ready to share stories beneath starry skies. Nature reigns supreme here. From the steaming geysers and vibrant hot springs of Yellowstone to the jagged, majestic peaks of the Grand Teton Range, wildlife roams freely. Bison, elk and bears remind visitors that this is a land where the wild still rules. In places like Jackson Hole, adventure meets elegance, where skiing, hiking and art galleries coexist in harmony. Meanwhile, Devil's Tower, America's first national monument, rises as a sacred and mysterious sentinel over the plains. Wyoming's wide open spaces invite travelers to slow down, breathe deeply, and rediscover the simple beauty of life. Every sunrise over its endless horizon feels like a promise, a call to explore, to wander, and to fall in love with the untamed heart of America. Grand Teton National Park. Grand Teton National Park lies in the far northwestern corner of Wyoming, just 10 miles south of Yellowstone National Park. Spanning over 480 square miles, the park is a masterpiece of mountains, valleys, and pristine waters. At its heart rises the Teton Range, stretching 40 miles in jagged glory, composed of some of the oldest rocks in the National Park Service, dating nearly 2.7 billion years. Surrounding the peaks, portions of the Jackson Hole Valley define the park's scenic boundaries. The Teton Range is a postcard-perfect display of nature's artistry, a vision of peaks mirrored in glacial lakes below. Together with Yellowstone and neighbouring national forests, the park forms one of the largest mid-latitude temperate ecosystems in the world, encompassing 28,125 square miles of protected habitats. Here, extraordinary wildlife thrives. Majestic elk and bison roam freely, while smaller creatures, badgers, beavers, porcupines, river otters, marmots, muskrats, and chipmunks add quiet charm to the landscape. Visitors are drawn to outdoor adventures, hiking through alpine trails, biking past serene lakes, climbing rugged cliffs, fishing in sparkling streams, and boating in tranquil waters. While the park welcomes guests year-round, some areas close during winter and facilities are limited on Christmas Day, reminding us that even nature follows its own seasonal rhythm. Yellowstone National Park. Yellowstone National Park, America's first national park, is mostly located in Wyoming, with portions extending into Montana and Idaho. Covering over 3,400 square miles, Yellowstone is a geothermal wonderland filled with geysers, hot springs, and colourful mineral pools. At its heart, the Yellowstone caldera sits as one of the largest active volcanic systems in the world. Iconic features like Old Faithful erupt predictably, while the Grand Prismatic Spring dazzles with vibrant shades of blue, orange, and red. Yellowstone Lake, the largest high-altitude lake in North America, reflects the surrounding mountains and forests. Wildlife thrives throughout the park, including bison, elk, bears, wolves, and smaller animals like foxes, river otters, and marmots. Visitors can hike trails, fish in streams and lakes, photograph the geothermal features, and explore boardwalks that reveal the park's dynamic landscapes. Yellowstone remains accessible year-round, though some roads and facilities close in winter, reminding travelers of the seasonal rhythms of nature. Devil's Tower. Devil's Tower rises dramatically from the plains of northeastern Wyoming, standing as the nation's first designated national monument. The tower reaches 867 feet above the surrounding landscape, composed of striking columns of igneous rock. This sacred site holds deep significance for Native American tribes who perform ceremonies and tell legends of its origins. Climbers and visitors alike are drawn to its towering presence, marveling at the geological wonder and panoramic views of the surrounding prairie. The area around Devil's Tower offers hiking trails, wildlife viewing, and opportunities to witness bison, deer, and prairie birds in their natural habitat. Access is open year-round, though climbing restrictions occur during ceremonial periods, respecting the tower's cultural importance. Jackson Lake lies at the base of the Teton Range, stretching over 25 miles and offering some of the most scenic vistas in Wyoming. Formed naturally and later enhanced by a dam, the lake's clear waters mirror the rugged peaks and alpine valleys above. It is a hub for recreational activities, including boating, fishing, kayaking, and wildlife viewing along its shores. Eagles, osprey, and waterfowl are frequent visitors, while moose and elk may be spotted along the surrounding shoreline. The lake is accessible year-round, though winter conditions may limit certain water-based activities, offering instead peaceful, snow-covered landscapes. Green River Lakes. Green River Lakes are nestled in the Wind River Range of western Wyoming, surrounded by towering peaks and pristine wilderness. The lakes are fed by glacial melt and mountain streams, creating crystal-clear waters ideal for fishing and reflection. Trails lead to the lakes, where visitors can hike, camp, and explore the surrounding alpine terrain. Wildlife is abundant, including moose, beavers, and marmots, while birds such as osprey and waterfowl frequent the waters. The lakes are most accessible in summer, as snow can block access during the winter months. Grand Prismatic Spring. Grand Prismatic Spring is Yellowstone's largest hot spring and one of the most colorful thermal features in the world. Its vivid blue center, surrounded by bands of orange, yellow, and red, creates a surreal, natural display. The colors arise from pigmented bacteria that thrive in the mineral-rich hot water. Boardwalks allow visitors to safely explore the area, capturing views of steam rising from the spring and surrounding geothermal features. Wildlife, such as bison and birds, may be spotted in the nearby meadows, adding life to this otherworldly landscape. The site is accessible year-round, though winter ice and snow create a unique and serene experience. Norris Geyser Basin. Norris Geyser Basin is the hottest and most dynamic thermal area in Yellowstone National Park. Boiling mud pots, steaming vents, and erupting geysers showcase the immense geothermal power beneath the surface. The basin covers over 2 square miles and includes boardwalk trails that safely guide visitors through the constantly changing landscape. Wildlife such as bison, elk and foxes are often seen nearby, while birds utilize the thermal warmth during colder months. Norris Geyser Basin is accessible year-round, though some trails may be closed during heavy snow or extreme geothermal activity. The Snake River winds gracefully through western Wyoming, carving valleys and canyons across the landscape. Its waters provide habitat for trout, beavers, and other aquatic species while supporting the surrounding ecosystem. Recreational opportunities abound, including kayaking, rafting and fishing along scenic stretches of the river. Wildlife such as bald eagles, ospreys and moose are frequently spotted along the banks. Access varies seasonally, with spring and summer offering the best conditions for water-based activities. Yellowstone Lake. Yellowstone Lake stretches across the southern portion of Yellowstone National Park, covering 136 square miles and sitting at an elevation of 7,733 feet. Its deep blue waters reflect the surrounding mountains, forests, and geothermal features, creating a serene and majestic panorama. The lake supports a variety of fish, including cutthroat trout, attracting anglers from near and far. Visitors can enjoy boating, kayaking and hiking along the shoreline, while wildlife such as bald eagles, otters and elk are often spotted nearby. Yellowstone Lake is accessible year-round, though some roads may close in winter due to snow. Bighorn Canyon. Bighorn Canyon stretches along the Bighorn River, forming a rugged and dramatic landscape of cliffs, mesas, and wildlife-rich valleys. The canyon is part of Bighorn Canyon National Recreation Area and spans Wyoming and Montana. Visitors can hike scenic trails, take boat tours on Bighorn Lake, or fish for trout and bass in its clear waters. Wildlife is abundant, including bighorn sheep, deer, eagles, and waterfowl. The canyon offers year-round access, though some trails and boating areas may be limited in winter. Old Faithful. Old Faithful is one of Yellowstone's most famous geysers, erupting approximately every 90 minutes. Water shoots up to 185 feet into the sky, a spectacle that draws crowds from around the world. Boardwalks and observation areas provide safe viewing while offering insight into the geothermal forces below. Visitors can hike nearby trails, explore the Upper Geyser Basin, and observe the surrounding wildlife, including bison and elk. Old Faithful is accessible year-round, though winter conditions may limit some nearby amenities. Jenny Lake at dawn, mirror-flat water and jagged peaks. Soft mist rising off the lake, small boat slicing a perfect reflection toward hidden falls. Reflections of the Tetons like a painting. Hikers on the lakeshore, backpacks and coffee. Trail into Cascade Canyon, pines and switchbacks. Hidden falls roaring a short hike from shore. Elk grazing near the water, a moose feeding in the shallows. Golden light warms the peaks, shadows retreat. Jenny Lake from above, final drone reveal. Yellowstone River. From the stillness of Jenny Lake, we follow water on the move. Dawn fog lifts off the Yellowstone River. It threads through wide valleys, carving bends past willow flats, sage. Bison wade the shallows, elk pause at the bank, an osprey drops cleanly into the current. The river gathers speed, sliding over polished stones, then thunders into its own masterpiece, the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone. Spray rising, rainbows forming in the light. Anglers stand knee-deep in clear runs, drifting lines for trout, where cold and colour meet. In winter, thin ice shelves rim the bends, steam hangs low. The current keeps its quiet pulse beneath snow. Meadow, canyon, open country, the Yellowstone River writes Wyoming's story in water, carrying the wild forward. Afton is a small town in western Wyoming. Nestled in the Snake River Valley beneath the towering Salt River and Wyoming Range Mountains. Known for its friendly community and western charm, it serves as a gateway to nearby natural wonders and outdoor adventures. Visitors can enjoy hiking, fishing, skiing, and local cultural events. Afton is accessible year-round, offering seasonal activities that reflect the wide variety of landscapes surrounding the town. Titcomb Basin is a high-altitude wilderness area within the Wind River Range, offering stunning alpine scenery and crystal-clear lakes. Surrounded by jagged peaks, including some of Wyoming's tallest mountains. It is a popular destination for backpackers, hikers, and climbers. Wildlife, such as marmots, moose, mountain goats, while birds soar overhead. Access is typically from late spring through early fall as snow blocks trails in winter. Cheyenne, the capital of Wyoming, blends historical charm with modern energy. Its stately Capitol Dome, museum-lined streets reflect a legacy shaped by the frontier, the rails. Rodeo posters, historic forts echo the Old West spirit that still rides through the city. Festivals, evening street scenes add warmth and community to its broad avenues. As a year-round destination, Cheyenne welcomes travelers in every season. Well placed on the map, it serves as a hub for exploring eastern prairies, western mountains. Here, heritage hospitality meet, inviting you to linger before the next open road. West Thumb Geyser Basin lies along the western shore of Yellowstone Lake. West Thumb location, sign or map pointing to the basin. Geothermal vents meet the lake shoreline, a rare waterfront thermal landscape. Hot springs, fumaroles, bubbling pools. Boardwalks let visitors safely navigate the basin. Visitors observe the thermal features up close. Bison frequent the area. Waterfowl are common on the lake. West Thumb Geyser Basin is accessible year-round, but winter snow can limit trail access. Jackson Hole. From first light over the Tetons to the quiet meanders of the Gros Ventre, Jackson Hole is a valley shaped by mountains and motion. Ski lines give way to summer trails. Rivers trade ice for whitewater. Elk drift across open meadows while eagles ride the thermals. In town, wooden boardwalks and the Elk Antler Arch meet galleries. Gear shops and cafe porches. Whether you're carving snow, hiking ridgelines, or drifting a calm evening float, Jackson Hole blends wild landscapes with a welcoming frontier spirit, year-round. Mammoth Hot Springs. From a valley carved by ice to a hillside shaped by heat, Mammoth Hot Springs rises like a living sculpture. Hot water threads through limestone, laying travertine in ribbons, ribbons that flow like frozen waterfalls. Colours shift with heat. Colours shift with microbes. The palette changes as the springs breathe. Boardwalks wind above the terraces, the hiss of steam, the murmur of water never quite rest. Below, elk wander the historic lawns, unhurried and at home. In winter, ghostly vapour drifts over snow. In summer, sunlight reveals every delicate ridge. Here, the landscape rewrites itself in slow motion, endlessly forming, endlessly new. Lamar Valley. From the first light spilling over open grasslands to silhouettes moving on distant ridgelines, Lamar Valley feels vast and alive. Bison fan dust into gold. Pronghorn stitch the horizon. A lone wolf pads the river's edge. Scopes click into focus, patient eyes scanning a story older than roads and fences. Predators and grazers share the same breath of cold morning air, the same ribbon of water winding through sage. Seasons pass, invisible chapters, autumn ruts and echoing calls, spring calves finding their feet. Here, the wild writes its own script, and we are quiet guests at the edge of the page. From the wild sweep of Lamar Valley to a single circle of colour, Black Pool holds the sky in its depths. Heat rises in quiet breaths, steam curls like ink over cobalt water. Mineral rims glow, pale living microbes paint the margins in delicate hues. You keep to the boardwalk, a respectful distance from the furnace below, listening to the soft hiss of earth at work. In summer, the pool shimmers with impossible blue. In winter, silence gathers and the steam feels warmer than the air. Here, fire wears the mask of water, and the planet shows you its pulse. Biscuit Basin Geyser. Steam lifts in ribbons, wide steam plumes over pools, and the earth ticks like a quiet clock. In Biscuit Basin, colour gathers at the edges. Cobalt hearts, orange veins, porcelain crusts, each line drawn by heat and time. A geyser shivers it, inhales it, speaks in bursts. Water beads rise, they arc, they fall back into a breathing throat of blue. Microbial mats ripple like living tapestries. A slow pan of colourful mats, the boardwalk threads a safe path through fire-made gardens. Listen for the hush before each pulse, then the soft applause of droplets on mineral lips. Summer hums with insects, distant birds call in winter. Steam is the only voice, warm against the cold. Here, water remembers the magma below, and the surface writes its message in light. From this pocket of wonder, the story widens. Follow the steam trails and river bends into the wider heart of Wyoming. Firehole River. Follow the steam from Biscuit Basin as it slips into a moving vein. The Firehole River Here, geothermal warmth turns morning cool into silver breath rising off the current. Trout hold in clear seams. Dapples of light flickering over stones and shadowed reeds. An angler casts, a ring widens, then fades back into the steady glide. Beaver lodges tuck along quiet bends, where birds skim the surface and vanish upstream. Boardwalks retreat to the banks, where the river gathers whispers from geysers and pools. In winter, thin ice shelves lace the edges. In summer, grasses lean and listen. The firehole carries heat and history together, threading Yellowstone's heart with living water. Where the Yellowstone River narrows, it gathers force and drops 308 feet into its own painted canyon. Thunder rolls up the walls, while mist rises in veils that catch a sudden rainbow. Ochre, rust, sulphur, greens, golds. Colours baked into stone by ages of heat and water. From each overlook, the river is a silver thread, stitching switchbacks of white water through the gorge. Listen, the land is speaking in spray and echo. Stand still long enough, and the canyon answers back. Sunlight Basin. A hidden valley unfurls beneath forested ridgelines, where a clear stream braids through wildflower meadows. Elk trails stitch the grasses. A hawk rides the thermals above the pines. Here, silence has texture. Water over stone, wind in aspen leaves, distant hoofbeats in soft earth. Morning light gilds the creek. By dusk, alpenglow lingers on the peaks like a held breath. Wander slowly, and the landscape reveals itself. Tracks at the mud's edge, ripples widening into sky. In Sunlight Basin, wilderness is not a place you visit. It's a calm that settles into you and stays. The land breathes in horizons, stone water, wind etched by time and lit by wonder. Every trail is a thread back to yourself. Every river, a whisper of where you've been and where you're going. Hold this quiet, carry this wild. When the sun slips behind the peaks and the stars take their watch, Wyoming remains vast, vivid, and waiting.